There is a man in your kingdom who has the spirit of the holy gods in him. In the time of your father, Nebuchadnezzar, he was found to have insight and intelligence and wisdom like that of the gods. King Nebuchadnezzar, your father the king, I say, I appointed him chief of the magicians, enchanters, astrologers, and diviners. This man, Daniel, whom the king called Belshazzar, was found to have a keen mind and a knowledge and understanding, and also the ability to interpret dreams, explain riddles, and solve difficult problems. Daniel 5, verse 11 to 12. Demystifying Holy Spirit. Amazing. Look something here that is awesome about the Holy Spirit. The queen, the wife of King Belshazzar, when the hand of the Lord wrote on the wall, Mene Mene Tekel Parsin, or Peres, there was not found any human religious and spiritual systems of astrologers, mediums, spiritists, enchanters that could be able to interpret the language of heaven. But when the queen came, she told the king, there is a man in your kingdom, and there is something inside him called the Spirit of gods. She said, the spirit of the holy gods is in him. So them, they didn't know about the unified God. So they believed in many deities. So that is why they are speaking of God, but they were referring to our God. And she said, when this spirit is in Daniel, there are some certain dimensions that Daniel is moving with that sets him apart from the other spiritual religious practitioners like witches, sorcerers, mediums, spiritists, and the like. And she is telling the king, as long as the spirit of the Holy God is in Daniel, number one, the spirit gives him insight. Many people are struggling with the issue of spiritual insight. Insight is not a product of meditation. Insight is a product of the spirit of the Holy Gods. That is Holy God. Number two, when the spirit is in him, he was found to have intelligence, sharpness of mind. When the Spirit of God is upon you, you become intelligent. So you become uniquely skillful in terms of advanced informations of deep mysteries. Number three, and wisdom like that of God. When the Spirit of God is upon you, the Spirit of the Holy God is upon you, you display or depict a wisdom like that of divinity. So you express wisdom that is unparalleled, wisdom that is incomprehensible with the natural mindset. I love that. Number 4, the queen is saying, because of the spirit of the Holy God inside Daniel, he was appointed as chief of magicians, enchanters, astrologers, and diviners. When the spirit of God is upon you, you operate as superior to all of the other spiritual authorities of dark kingdom systems. So if the Holy Spirit is upon you, and the area where you live, there are sorcerers, there are witches, there are diviners, there are mediums, there are spiritists, there are astrologers, there are enchanters, there are consultants of the dead world, you operate from a superior authority. They are a subject to you. And I love that. Because if that church can get, it will be very easy to win souls for Christ. Because many people are captives of those kind of forces and those kind of offices. Something else the queen said that is in Daniel is keen mind in verse 12. When the Holy Spirit is upon you, you have keenness of mind. You pay attention to details that are important. Nowadays, people are pursuing that what brings mental aspirations. But when the Holy Spirit is upon you, you have keen mind. And then knowledge. And then understanding. Discernment. You have the understanding. You are now able to digest the things of God and chew the cud of the mysteries of God. And then, when the Spirit of God is upon you, He gives you the ability to interpret dreams. Why are we having challenges in the modern day world? It's simply because there is nobody has the ability to interpret difficult mysteries without putting a business tag on that. And then to explain dreams, riddles, and solve difficult problems. You get that? Look at verse 15. The wise men and enchanters. Okay. Let us look at the verse 14. I have heard that the Spirit of God is in you, and that you have insight, intelligence, and outstanding wisdom. That is very, very awesome. The king is telling Daniel, I have heard that the Spirit of God, of the Holy God, is in you, and through that you have insight. You can be able to see beyond the horizon. You can be able to see in between the lines. And again, that the Spirit is making you very intelligent, very sharp, and outstanding wisdom. That means when the Spirit of God is upon you, you have the mindset of God. You think like God. Outstanding wisdom like that of God. So notice here. And this is what was making Daniel always remain in governance systems as a career, a progressive servant. How did the Spirit of the Lord dwelling in Daniel? Because we said, as long as we are looking at how we are looking at the journey of the Holy Spirit, we must look at the fundamental factor that was making the Holy Spirit be there at that time or in that person. And in Daniel, again, is he was a living sacrifice. Daniel was an eunuch. These are the people who had been castrated so that they can enter into the king's service. They were being done so that they don't defile the female system in the harem of the king. So Daniel was a living sacrifice to God. He was an eunuch. He was an eunuch. Therefore, the Holy Spirit could dwell in him, because by so doing, he had become automatically a temple of